Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about 2K did something good. I'm very proud of them, and I want to say this. I have a rant video coming out in like an hour and a half after this drops. Already scheduled that video, and I am still going to upload it, but I am more pleased now than I was when I recorded that video by far because 2K did something good. They updated King of the Court rewards here in NBA 2K25, my team. Good job, 2K. This is one of my biggest complaints early in the season, to be honest. In fact, I made a video on Saturday talking about the reason that I wasn't playing King of the Court, which is because the rewards simply were not worth the 4 hours of sweat. And now they actually are. And that's a massive improvement. 2K deserves credit for this improvement because it has made King of the Court worth playing in a way that it hasn't been since probably the first couple weeks of King of the Court, because the reward ever since, like really since the mode came out, has been that you would get a Hidden Gem 95 plus, or sorry, Hidden Gem 92 plus for top 1%, a Gems of the Game 90 plus for top 10%, and a Gems of the Game 87 plus for top 50%. Now, they have changed that to, slip of the tongue earlier, y'all can probably guess, a 95 plus hidden gem pack for top 1% and a 92 plus hidden gem pack for top 10%, which provides the opportunity for a lot more people to get rewards that actually matter and actually help their teams. Now, the top 1 rewards are still the same, which is fine. Those are great rewards if you actually are able to get at least a lucky diamond, whereas, or a lucky opal, which to be fair, a lot of people have gotten top 1 have not gotten lucky opals. But with that being said, a pink diamond for top 1% is a massive improvement, because that is the same reward as 500 wins for Triple Threat Park, 250 wins for Showdown. The point of King of the Court, in the blog they dropped at the very beginning of the year before the game even came out, they said King of the Court is where you compete to play the best and play for the best rewards. Well, looks like they mean it. They updated the rewards, and now you get a 95 plus hidden gem for a top 1% finish, which is a massive improvement in my team. 2K deserves legitimate credit for this. I'm very pleased that this is the change that they made, and I think it makes a significant difference for the mode as a whole, because now the mode is legitimately worth grinding in a way that it hasn't been since the first couple weeks, because let's be honest here. A lot of these diamonds at this point sucked. I mean, they still do, right? Like, I mean, let's look through this. Devin Harris, not very good. Doug Collins, not very good. Boris Diaw, pretty good. Michael Richardson, very good. Jason Williams, not very good. Lamond Murray, I have no idea if he's good or not. Louis Dampier, not very good. Emeka Okafor, can't shoot. Kwame Brown, pretty good, but Horace Grant, not great. Jeff Green, very good. Antonio McDyess, okay. Mike Miller, okay. Jeremy Lin, meh. Jack Sikma, pretty good. That's the first page. Half of them are good, half of them aren't. And if you go on to these other pages, it becomes, I would say, a less percentage of good to not than that. Like, you're going to get a few good ones per page, but I'd say 75% of the diamond hidden gems in the game right now are not really good cards that are super worth grinding. And so that made it to where these diamond hidden gems, and I mean, I say some of the guys that I'm considering good would not help a lot of people's teams, especially people who are finishing in the top 1% and who are competitive players grinding the game. Now you have real motivation, because I'm not going to sit here and say every single pink diamond hidden gem is good. There are some bad ones in here, and I can go through and find them. There are legitimately some bad ones, like Jameer Nelson. I'm sorry, he's a 6-foot point guard and he can't dunk. Like, that's not a card that's going to be any good. He's very mediocre defensively. He doesn't have unbelievable speed. Like, this is not a good card. But most of them are really good. Drew Holiday, beast. Larry Hughes, beast. Dave Bing, I don't know if Dave Bing is good. He might be another bad one. Well, he's not great, but he's a little better than Jameer Nelson, but still not great. Chuck Robinson is not incredible, but he can shoot. He's an elite slasher. He's an elite defender, and he's got great speed and athleticism. He's just a very mediocre shooter. John Stockton's another non-dunking PG, so that last page has 3 of them that I would say aren't particularly desirable, but when you go through here, I mean, a lot of these names are really good, and most of these cards, not all of them, but most of these cards are very good, and you have the potential for truly elite top-tier cards who are some of the very best cards in the game at different positions, really at every position between all these drops and all these cards. So if you're able to get some of these really good guys, like, I mean, even Maurice Lucas, he's not a huge name, but he's got a 73 ball. He's an unbelievable defender. He's fast. He's versatile. Like, a lot of these cards are really good. Point guard SGA, if you got him, that's amazing. Point guard Luka, amazing. CJ McCollum, pretty good. Kevin McHale, super solid big man. Jerry Stackhouse, he's a beast. KG, obviously a dog in his own right. A lot of solid, I mean, small point guards, yes, but Steve Francis, Don Ole, both going to be beasts. John Starks as well. There's a Magic in here that you could get get, that would be amazing if you got him. I've heard Bill Sharman's amazing. He's got top tier perfect SIGs pretty much. Like literally when you look through here, the majority of these guys would play on pretty much every single team. Not every single card, but a lot of them are really, really good. Now, if you get Isaiah Thomas and Nick Van Exel, well, that's going to be unfortunate because there are certainly still some bad ones. But in general, there's a lot of really, really good cards in my team that you can get out of these. And I think this is a big improvement because of the potential that it gives you to give you so many elite cards now. Like guys like Tim Thomas, Kyle Korver, Victor Wembanyama, Adam Morrison, Jim Jackson, like so many super duper solid cards. I'm sure Allen Houston is a monster right now. He's not the biggest name, but he's an elite shooter, super good slasher, always has good animations and a top tier release, and he's super solid defensively as well. Another really, really good card here. Like there are a lot of really good cards that you can get. And the thing is, top 1% means that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a lot of competitive players and people who are good at the game are going to be getting these cards. It makes the King of the Court rewards worth grinding again and raises your chances of getting somebody that you want. You know what I mean? Plus, not only does it raise your chances at top 1% of getting something you want, let's talk about top 10%. That's 10% of the players who play King of the Court. That's like most of the good players. Like if you're a solid player, you can get top 10%. You're not getting a 90 gems of the game card that probably doesn't help your team now. You're getting a diamond hidden gem that actually has a much higher percentage chance of helping your team, because unless you have a bad team, a 90 plus gems of the game card at this point really doesn't help. A 92 plus hidden gem, when we just looked at it, it does give you the real possibility of getting cards that can still be helpful for your squad. It's not as good as a pink diamond, but it's still good. And that is probably even the bigger benefit, to be honest. Like top 1% is a small group of people. Like I personally fall into that top 1%, I would think most, if not every week that I play King of the Court, but that's not gonna be true for everybody. And that's okay. A lot of people can get top 10%. It gives you something to grind for, and it's a more rewarding thing to grind for as a whole for the community. This is what King of the Court is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the place where once a week you go in and you grind for some of the best rewards in the game, and it hasn't been that, and it is now that again. Much, much improved by 2K. This is a very, very good improvement reward-wise, and as I said, I do have a rant video that's coming on later tonight, and I'm talking about rewards and how the game is not rewarding enough right now, and the things that are good rewards are too unattainable. This is a great exception to that rule and a very, very good thing to see, an encouraging thing to see for growth for the community and for the game. Now we just need to make it to where you don't have to grind 15 hours for an NBA's back player. Et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? 250 showdown wins and 500 park wins for a pink diamond. It's a bit excessive and it's a bit ridiculous. This is much improved though, and I'm not expecting every single thing to be 4 hours for a free pink diamond. Like this is one thing, King of the Court. But I would like to see consistent improvement as a whole, and this is a very, very positive step towards that, which is very encouraging and something that I am really a big fan of seeing out of 2K, because this is serious improvement and serious growth for the mode that we have been missing. Plain and simple. Like this, I think rewarding modes to grind is one of the rare things that we've been getting in a lot of ways, and this makes King of the Court worth grinding again for this entire season. Hopefully we can see another update at the beginning of next season, but this is what we needed. So good job 2K for this. Let's keep making progress in other areas as well. With that being said, that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.